Alright guys, this is Friday Night List 12. So this is the top 10 memorable video game bosses I've conquered part 1. I'm going to cover numbers 10 through 6. These are the games in front of you. I will cover one boss from each of these games over here. So got Tears of the Kingdom, Link's Awakening for Game Boy, Mega Man 3 for Game Boy, Yakuza 0, Star Fox 64, and then last but not least is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. If you see any of these games, but kind of don't want to spoil yourself, just be aware. Yeah. So this is your only warning. So I had to include a Yakuza 0 boss just to, you know, keep up with who has been memorable to me in the past or even the present right now. So that being said, I have to get the script. I have to get the script. Hold on. Okay. Alright, so the video game boss. These are bosses put at the end of a stage, level, or chapter to test what you have learned so far about a certain game. Some bosses are optional, out of the way, and these are either equal in power to a main story boss or more powerful. Some of them are recurring throughout the game. Oh, take this guy for example. Daisaku Kuze. He proved to be memorable throughout my playthrough of Yakuza 0 so far. First time, it's basically an intro of what's to come. No problem, right? So, second time I was like, you know what? I really want him out of my sight, yeah. I want to take him out permanently. After that, his subsequent battles, I really wanted him gone. But, by the way, yeah, he's honorable mention, yeah. So, he's one of the 3 Dojima lieutenants in Yakuza 0. That's who he is. Alright. Throughout my lifespan, I've encountered many video game bosses that challenged and left me a lasting impression, whether it be difficulty or how it is presented. These are the top 10 memorable video game bosses I conquered, part 1. Alright, kick it off with number 5 is Kogera from Tears of the Kingdom. This is the giant boss that plagues the Wind Temple high in the sky in Tears of the Kingdom. He is the monstrosity behind the eternal winter in Rito Village. I am in the air with my paraglider throughout the whole ordeal. After he shoots his ice spikes at me to try to take me out, I end up using my weapons to break through its tender icy spots, where the ice spikes are, yeah. When I face him in a rematch in the depths, I simply use my fast dive to shatter through. So it's not necessary to use a weapon. So you just dive through, take out that tender section, the icy spot, and you should be okay. Alright. So number 5. Sorry, this is number 10, yeah. Okay. So number 9 would be Shadow Nightmares. Looks like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Shadow Nightmares is from Zelda Link's Awakening. Please. Upon entering the battle in the Windfish's egg, you're greeted with creepy music and some dialogue from the nightmare. It will then take on multiple forms, changing each time you beat one. These include Aghanim from A Link to the Past, where you need to reflect back his shots, or otherwise known as the Dead Man's Volley. Moldorm, with its tail as its weak spot. And then there's Ganon, reminiscent of his A Link to the Past incarnation. Final form culminates in Deathful. It's a large pulsating mass with a single, usually closed eye, from which 2 dark, shadowy arms with huge spike tips extend outward. So it's this one right here, yeah. Bottom right. Alright. Number 8 is Andross, Star Fox 64, yeah. So in Venom 2, this level will open after beating the Venom Defense Force in Area 6. Yeah. After you beat the enhanced versions of the Star Wolf team, this is the end boss. Yeah. So upon defeating Phase 1, he reveals his terrifying true form, a brain plus eye monster. I'm not revealing that because it's what it is. Creepy. The fight then branches to all range mode, and he is difficult to hit. That guy, yeah. So he's difficult because he always turns away when you face him, but you can easily manipulate it if you know what you're doing. So the finale, after you beat Andross, he wants to take you down with him. So James, which is Fox's father, he guides him out of the collapsing and exploding place. It is an epic finale to behold and is the canon true ending. Yeah. All right. Number 7 is Punk, aka the Mega Man killer from Mega Man 3 Game Boy. Yeah, this is one of the very first challenging bosses I faced growing up as a child. At first, he was intimidating to fight, but after learning the pattern of his movements, very easy. So the only thing that changes is responding to a short window of how you'll dodge Punk's rolling attacks. So you have to either jump or slide. So if you respond incorrectly, then you'll take a lot of damage. He also shoots his weapon, the Screw Crusher. So you have to dodge that as well. Alright. Okay. Rounding off part 1 of top 10 memorable video game bosses is number 6. Atalka. Atalka is from Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch. So, yes, I did have my share of memorable moments with this monstrosity. So, this is the final monster you face in the hub in GU. Yeah, so there's the village quests and you got the hub quest. Yeah. So this menacing gold mantis starts off by hurling giant metal parts onto the party using its signature golden thread. So after enough hits, it's a she, so she will animate a gigantic makeshift mech in the sand that spans the majority of the battlefield to try and crush the hunters. Yeah? So in the lobby, this becomes a team effort in which hunters will try to hit the mech's many parts to include the feet and atop its body. So after enough hits, she'll disassemble, she'll repeat the process again, the hurling of the metal parts, and then she'll reanimate that same mech. Yeah. So once that is taken care of, then she will disassemble everything and try to eliminate the hunters by using the aforementioned giant metal parts, and then that's the final phase. So there's 5 phases. Yeah, 5 phases of a Atalka. Okay. Alright, so that's your first part of top 10 memorable video game bosses I conquered. Yeah. So, did I do this? Yes. So next week, of course, you got top 10 memorable video game bosses I conquered, part 2. So we're gonna cover 5 through 1. Yeah. So I have actually the games for that. There you go. So again, Yakuza 0 is on there. No More Heroes 3, Undertale. We'll say Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 is pretty much kind of the same, and then you got Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah. All right, that's it then.